Hello and welcome back to another video. Anime Dion here. We're doing part 3. This is actually part 3. My last one was actually part 2.5. Yo, check it out. You should go check 1, then go check 2, then go check 2.5. The only reason why it's 2.5 is only because it's like 4 minutes long. So yeah. Alright, before we get into it, I want to ask you guys if you guys can leave any suggestions down below, because I like looking at them and I might look into it and make a video about it. So yeah, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell to be updated on my daily uploads. And yeah, yeah, let's get into it. Play my intro. Alrighty, link in the description for my friend's YouTube and Instagram to be updated. YouTube and Instagram down below. And the reason why I only been linking his Instagram for like the past 2 videos today is because I just told you guys I have a new phone. That's why I missed yesterday. Also, I just got another new phone because the last one I just got, it was messed up. So yeah, I got this one. And yeah, so let's get back into it. My bad. So Izuku and Bakugo wake up that next morning very tired and exhausted, as they don't really remember last night. All they really remember is waking up to go train with Aizawa. Nothing really special, but they don't remember nothing towards the end or the sparring at all. So they get ready for school as Aizawa stops them from going. You can miss class today. Your injuries are very highly or very big or bad injuries. So I want you guys to head to the nurse. When you're all fixed up, you can come to class then. And then Bakugo and Izuku are all ready. So yeah, Aizawa's back in the class, and Izuku and Bakugo are in the office. She says, "Wow, you guys have 2 fractured bones in your arms. What happened last night?" They said, "We don't really remember. We just remember doing training with Aizawa. After that, we don't remember nothing." The nurse says, Aizawa did tell me something strange about you two. Doesn't really matter. Alright, so they get done, they get held up, they go back to class, and the rest of the day goes on. About a week later, All Might rushes in and says, "Yo, I'm running in like a regular person, a normal person." And everybody's pretty shocked, but Izuku and Bakugo's eyes just light up as they tried to keep their cool because, you know, they're like, you know, confident, like, and try to, like, you know. Just like if you watch my last part, yeah. As Izuku and Bakugo calm down a little bit, nobody really notices much about them. But Izuku and Bakugo look at each other and they know what's up. All Might then says, "Okay, everybody, time for you to head out. Time for you guys to head out and to do a hero training course." Everybody's pretty excited, and then All Might says, "But not in your PE suits, in these." And then the hero suit boxes comes out of the suits of the design. Izuku and Bakugo has the exact same fit. It's not this one because this is from season 5. For those of you who do not know that, this is from season 5. Izuku, he has the same one from the original season 1. Izuku has a green outfit, but unlike that one, his soles don't really have his shoes, the bottom of his shoes are like really thin to the point where it blows up. The blow up just goes straight through it, and it causes a little bit big of an explosion. And on his legs, it's something like this, but it's not as big. It's just like a little bigger, so he could charge up his nitroglycerin just like Bakugo could. Alrighty. And the way to do that is he pretty much just he pulls the same thing. And it's like a ticking bomb for him though. Like, and once he pulls it, it gives like 10 seconds before it will blast. It's the same thing as Bakugo thing that right here, you know, like that. But it's just like on both of his legs. Because, you know, they both have the same exact quirk. It's just Deku's on his foot and Baku's on his hands. So they walk out and everybody thinks they have pretty good suits. Izuku just flies towards All Might and says, "Well, what's the instructions again? He says, All Might says, wait, young Midorya. As he kind of smiles because, he knows young Midorya knows about his secret of One for All. And then that one Midorya is a very good kid and stuff like that. Everybody comes and he says, so we're going to be doing a hero training course inside of this building. It's going to be Team A and Team B. B are villains, A are heroes. There's teams of two, and the villains will be hiding a bomb inside of the building. Any story they want. They have time to hide this while the heroes get to use this time to get to know each other. Alright, so the teams are Izuku Midorya and Mina Ashido. And the opposite, and the heroes are Izuku Midorya and Mina Ashido, and the villains are Katsuki, Bakugo, and Ochako Uraraka. And then as they all prepare, Izuku asks Mina what's her quirk and what plan they should do. Mina says, well, my quirk is acid. I can shoot acid from about anywhere I want, really. Well, no. Her quirk is I can shoot acid from my body. And I'm immune to it, of course. Of course. Izuku then says, wow, that's a pretty cool quirk. She says, oh yeah, I can also use it to slide through buildings to make me maneuver faster. Izuku says, what a strong quirk. Kind of similar, if you think about it. Nah, never mind, not really. She asks, well, what's your quirk, Izuku? Izuku then says, well, just like my little brother. They're not really. He's his little brother, like, by 2 seconds. He doesn't say that. He says, just like my twin brother, I can make explosions. But instead of out of my hands, like I said before, out of my feet. She says, oh yeah, huh? So you guys look alike. It's just, you guys have different color hair. Yeah. So yeah, this happens, and she thinks she kind of blushes a little bit looking at Izuku. She kind of likes him. She kind of thinks he's cute. Izuku then says we should form a plan before anything gets too iffy. Before we start. She then says, okay. Midorya says, oh, I got an idea. You take the short way up as I take the long way, because my brother is going to try to find me and fight me. Chocolate will be at the base, but be careful. From the presentations and the training course, her quirk is 0 gravity. I think it's something with her quirk. I don't know how, but she, whatever happens, I don't know how she can do this, but she can make things go, be weightless, like 0 gravity. Izuku says. Mina says, oh yeah, I know, she's my friend. Anything she touches. But if she doesn't touch you, it does not work. Izuku says, you should go the short way up. I'm guessing you're talking about the 4th or 5th floor. Most likely the 5th. And then you should try to get in without getting touched. She says, got it. She kind of smiles, and Izuku smiles too. And then All Might just shouts, start! As Izuku uses his fleet to explode in as Mina uses acid to slide through. Mina's heading up and is like halfway there. Izuku is heading up the long way, and boom, right inside Izuku blocks and dodges Bakugo and explodes. They're doing an all-out fight, going all out, and all out. I don't know what that meant, but okay. Izuku then kicks Bakugo with the bottom of his foot so hard in his face, caught with a humongous explosion. This causes Bakugo to get pretty hurt and stunned, but Bakugo is pretty used to this as they spar a lot. But Bakugo is going in with burst attacks from all over. This is actually affecting Deku a lot. He's gotten used to his burst attacks, but not this many. Usually he's able to evade. But with such a small building in these hallways, it's not very easy. He then says, tired of you, Katsuki. He does spinning. He says spinning foot explosions. He basically does the breakdancing move and his feet is in the air. and he's like, explosions. This hits Bakugo right in the stomach, causing him to get knocked back. And then Katsuki says, well, Izuku, I have a trick up my sleeve. And he pulls the trigger on his grenade, causing a humongous explosion. Oh, my bad. That Izuku, like, not really doesn't evade. He halfway evades it. It hits Izuku right in his arm. This causes his arm and his left leg to get very hurt. Izuku then says, Katsuki, it's me and you, is it, brother? They laugh, but then they charge in. Izuku says, well, I have one up my sleeve too. He pulls the trigger. He says, I have 10 seconds until both of my feet charges a humongous explosions. Bakugo says, you have one too, huh? Izuku says, yep, you know me. And they all just start kicking. Well, Izuku's kicking him with a bunch of explosions there. Beep. Giant explosion hits Bakugo right in the chest. Not all of it, only half of one. This knocks Bakugo down as right after that explosion hit Bakugo, Izuku kicks him right in the face, knocking him out. Izuku says, yes, I won this time. Last time Katsuki won, but this time I won. And then Izuku ties him up really quickly and flies up and flies through the roof. Well, not through the roof. He flies up as fast as he can. And that floor has so much damage dealt to it. It's like crazy. The whole wall is just obliterated. Izuku then charges up, and it's taking too much time. It seems like Mina's struggling if the thing hasn't ended yet. So he goes up and breaks the roof all the way to get to the top, and he sees Mina being actually apprehended, and she's stuck on floating. He says, Mina, hold down there. He flies towards Izuku. He flies to Ochako, and he ties her up so quickly and gets Mina down. He does that so quickly that his explosions has something new to it. There's like a little tiny blue flame coming out of it. Well, not blue flame, blue spark. Izuku says, it's pretty weird. It actually kind of hurted his leg a lot doing that, as he's already been injured in the earlier fight also. So he's pushing himself to his limits. He grabs Mina down and goes for the bomb. And whoop, All says, and the heroes win, as right after Izuku had touched the bomb. Izuku and Mina celebrate as Bakugo wakes up. He says, damn it, Izuku, you won this time, but next time I won't let you win. I'm sorry, guys, if you guys can hear the train. I live by a train, so yeah. I know, pretty annoying, huh? Just ignore it. And yeah, this happens, and they finish that up. And they pretty much go to school normally, as Izuku and Mina have been seeing each other. They started talking a lot, and they ended up dating. They ended up being boyfriend and girlfriend after a few weeks. No, after a month or two. After 2 months. And yes, I know the USJ thing was not that far from that, but I'm gonna make it that far, okay? And it seems that Izuku has seen Katsuki. Izuku has seen his brother warming up to Ochako. He says, that's weird. Izuku warming up to a girl? Katsuki warming up to a girl? So he likes her. I'm gonna confront him about this later. And then they go to sleep, and Izuku says, I see you've been talking to Ochako. And Katsuki's face just goes super red, and he says, shut up. I'm gonna like her a little bit, and we just started talking. Izuku says, so you do like her? He says, shut up, dumb idiot. As he makes like a tiny, he says, I'll explode your face. Izuku puts his legs up and says, try it. Then they start laughing, and then Katsuki does admit, yeah, I like her. Katsuki says, if anything's outside, just ignore it. They wake up the next morning, and it's time for the USJ. Time to go to USJ. They all gear up, except for Izuku and Bakugo. Both of their outfits had gotten exploded off because of both of them. Have gotten exploded off I got not exploded, but not all the way. Just been messed up because of them, their fight. And yeah, they head towards the It's time for they on the bus and Mina and Izuku sit next to Mina and Oshako sit next to Bakugo sit next to Uraraka and I know. Whoa, Bakugo, no, it's supposed to be Izuku and Oshako. I told you, but I'm don't. It's not like I like specific ships and stuff. I'm just gonna be switching the ships around a bit. And no, I'm not gonna do no Bakudeku ships or nothing like that, or boy on boy ships or girl on girl ships. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm sorry. I don't really like those ships. I don't really support them that much. But yeah, like I don't really care about if you guys support that or not. I don't really care. I'm not gonna do those ships. So yeah, no offense, but yeah. So yeah, they all head in there laughing, and then right after they're about to head in there, Suyu says, "Izuku Bakugo, you guys seem sometimes weird when you guys fight really hard. It's like you eyes both start glowing red." Shoto says, "Oh yeah, that happened at." Shoto says to Izuku and Bakugo, he said, "That happened when we were training with Momo and me." Momo says, "Yeah, it was pretty weird. You guys, like, it looked like you guys were, going towards each other a little bit." Izuku and Bakugo says, "Huh? What are you guys talking about?" Because they don't know. They actually don't. They forgot everything. They walk in. They see the whole place. They see all the monuments. And Izuku and Bakugo's eyes light up. And just to let you guys know, this story right here is not just about Izuku. It's about both Izuku and Katsuki Bakugo. As something big is going to be revealed. They walk in and then this giant purple portal shows up that only one classmate sees, and it's actually Kirishima. Kirishima says, "Hey, what's that? They even have fake villains here too. This is crazy." Aizawa's eyes just look straight. Aizawa turns his head straight at the people and he says, Those aren't real villains. Those aren't fake villains." And that's where I'm going to end the video. So please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you be updated on my daily uploads. Leave any suggestions down below. And yeah, link in the description for my friend who made my intro and outro. And peace out.